My child, remain here with me. Do not scroll on. Do not tell yourself you will return to this later. Do not convince yourself this is merely another message passing by. Stop right now. Breathe slowly. This instant is no mistake. It is no random occurrence that these words appear before you at this precise time. Long before you ever imagined this day, I already knew it. Long before your eyes first met a screen, I saw the longing in your heart, a deep ache you could not put into language. And I wove this very moment into the tapestry of your life. I am Jesus, and I am speaking straight to you. Not to a gathering, not to the masses, but to you, as though you are the only one hearing. You have stood at countless forks in the road without even knowing their importance. You have passed by turning points that might have changed the course of your soul. But this moment stands apart. This is a pivot point, a threshold your spirit has lingered before for seasons. You have pleaded with me for a signal, for light, for guidance. In the silence you have cried out, God, just show me. Speak to me. Make it plain. That is exactly why I call to you now. Do not hurry past. Do not allow distraction to rob what I long to plant within you. I am not here to frighten you. I am here to rouse you. What I am about to unveil carries urgency for your heart, not because my love has an expiration, but because you have carried bewilderment and sorrow far longer than necessary. If you leave now, what I desire to mend will not be lost forever. But it may be postponed, and you have waited more than enough. Stay. Let your thoughts grow quiet for a breath. Let your heart soften rather than guard itself. What I will share holds no condemnation. It brings no humiliation. It uncovers so you can finally exhale freely. Listen carefully. I beheld you before anything ever shattered you. Before your heart learned to build walls, before your mind began to loop over every mistake, before disappointment trained you to hope smaller so pain would sting less, long before any of that, I knew you, not as a tally of shortcomings or sorrows, not as the worn version you sometimes see in the mirror, exhausted by all life has hurled at you. I knew you as I shaped you. When no one on earth even whispered your name, I declared purpose over you. I selected the gentleness of your heart. I chose the depth of feeling that lets you sense so keenly. I chose how words can either raise you up or cut deeply. I understood you would love with great strength, and I also knew that love would at times be mishandled, misread, or unreturned. Where others have labeled softness as flaw, I have seen great capacity. Where others have judged your tenderness as excess, I have seen a heart reflecting my own. Where some have called you overly sensitive or too intense, I have seen the very traits I designed to mirror my compassion. I foresaw every conflict that would mark your journey. I witnessed the betrayals, the griefs, the abrupt turns. I saw the solitary tears you shed when no one knew how deeply you were fracturing. None of it caught me off guard. None of it fell beyond my sight. You have wondered, why didn't you prevent it? Why did you permit that? Why did you let me suffer? Hear this plainly. Your pain was never my discipline. You walk in a fractured world, filled with fractured people making fractured decisions. Much of what wounded you sprang from that brokenness, not from any wish of mine to see you suffer. Yet even in that darkness, I was active. I was never indifferent. I was never far. I drew nearest when you believed I had withdrawn. I gathered fragments when you felt you were crumbling alone. I watched over you, not as a detached spectator, but as one whose heart broke alongside yours. I never squandered a single scar. Every season you viewed as pure loss has quietly forged you. The moments that nearly broke you have been building endurance and wisdom within. You have discovered what truly counts, who deserves your trust, how peace truly feels, and what must never again be granted entrance. You name them mistakes. I name them training. You name them lost time. I name them groundwork. You look at your life and see pages you wish you could tear away. I look at your life and see the exact places I plan to raise something glorious. Your history has not disqualified you. Even your regrets I can redeem. You are not delayed. You are not overdue. You are not destroyed. You are being formed. The same hands that knit you together before your first breath now cradle you in this moment. Those hands never release. There were times you felt utterly forgotten by me. You poured out prayers and sensed them vanish into silence. You sought answers and met only quiet. You heard others speak of wonders, turnarounds, new paths, and in your heart you asked, "Did you overlook me? Did I fail somehow? Have you grown weary of me?" Listen closely. My silence was never dismissal. When I was still, I was not gone. When you heard nothing, I was far from idle. There were moments I came nearer than you have ever realized, but I came softly. I surrounded you with my presence like breath, so intimate you could not separate where you ended and I began. I steadied your thoughts when they threatened to fracture. I upheld your heart when it turned numb. I shielded you from dangers you never glimpsed. You longed for bold signs. You craved audible replies. You desired obvious motion. Instead, I granted you quiet. That quiet felt like desertion to you, but it was truly safeguarding. I sealed doors that would have brought greater harm. I let connections fade that would have slowly emptied your spirit. I withheld chances that appeared flawless outwardly, but would have crushed you under their load. You did not witness the fights I waged for you. You did not see the disasters I averted, the words I silenced, the offers I turned aside before they reached you. You did not know how often I stood as a barrier between you and ruin while you questioned my quietness. I was saying, I am right here, holding back what you are not yet equipped to face. What felt like proof of my indifference was actually sacred space where I strengthened